Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Cut My Music Wrestling Uncut. It's your boy, the Black Patriot, once again bringing you the dopest wrestling content on the net because wrestling is my number one priority and wrestling is my number one passion. Remember, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. It is a small thing for you, but for me, it means the world, and it means the world to the channel. And remember, check out our main page, Cut My Music Wrestling with Mark and Kev. So, right off Bucks, I'm just gonna get right into it. We're talking about Raw, Monday Night Raw tonight, the November 10th episode. And ladies and gentlemen, it was not garbage. It was not trash. Now, don't get it twisted. It was jobberific mid matches and the stars didn't wrestle, but the way they put the show together, it was actually enjoyable. Yeah. Not amazing, not mind-blowing, enjoyable. If I had to grade this whole show and on a scale A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that kind of thing, I would give this show a C. This is one of the better shows that we've had in a while, probably the best episode of Raw in the last several weeks. And that is a low bar, that's low-hanging fruit because, to be quite frankly, and to be very, very honest, the last couple of weeks' episodes of Raw has been garbage. And when I say couple of weeks, I mean weeks. Like, before WrestleMania, like, even, especially after WrestleMania, but definitely leading up to WrestleMania. You had the worst WrestleMania build ever, build into the worst WrestleMania ever, and then, because remember, we all thought it was going to get better. We was like, oh, it's Mania season. There's no way Triple H is going to screw this up. This is Mania. He screwed it up. After Mania, it's been bad. So when I say this has been the best Raw in a while, that is not a high bar for WWE to hit. Okay? Because their previous shows have been unwatchable. This show was bearable. And we're going to get into it. But what I want you to understand is Triple H is the worst booker to ever book a wrestling program. He is the worst at creative. He is the worst, what they call him, the CCO now, Chief Content Officer. He's bad, and his underlings are bad, and Lee Fittins and HBK, like, whoever has anything to do with producing this show on a weekly basis is not good at their job. And if they were in any other media platform, sports, they would be released. Football teams release head coaches all the time. Well, not just football, sports franchises. They release head coaches all the time. They release players. They release GMs. Any other, and I don't know what it is, but any other form of entertainment or any other job, these people would be relieved of their positions, is what I'm getting at. Right now, obviously, I don't think Triple H can be fired. He's the CCO, used to be the COO, but they changed it because I peeped that on Raw. He was introduced as the CCO. I don't think he can be removed. So the only way that we can make WWE change is by holding these people accountable, taking them to task and calling them out on their BS. If the shows are bad, do not watch. If the shows are bad, do not pay these exuberant prices that they're offering for tickets. And certainly do not subscribe. Do not get these weird. Peacock was fine. All right? That was fine. I had Peacock anyway, and I was going to get it anyway. The WWE network was like that because you had access to all the old pay-per-views and everything like that. So Peacock and the WWE, those were perfect subscriptions. Even if the current product was bad, I could still look at WWE in its glory days. If I wanted to throw on Austin versus The Rock, WrestleMania 17, I could. But the fact that you want me to pay for an ESPN subscription, and then I still have to pay you for your pay-per-views. I can't do it, yo. Cannot do it. And I don't suggest you should. These shows are not good enough. These shows are not worth it. So, the first segment of the night is by far the best segment of the night. The show opens up with Triple H in the ring glazing John Cena. Now, I say glazing because that's what it was. Triple H said out of his own mouth that he believes John Cena is the greatest of all time. And my friends, ladies and gentlemen, you may agree with him, you may not agree with him. This can be argued, but a strong argument can be made in Cena's favor. Cena is not my personal GOAT. My personal GOAT is Stone Cold Steve Austin, but a strong argument can be made for Cena. I can make a whole video about why Cena is the greatest of all time. Like a strong argument. Cena can be looked at as the greatest of all time, and he does belong on any wrestling Mount Rushmore, and he does belong in any and every wrestling Hall of Fame that exists, not just the WWE Hall of Fame. Any Hall of Fame for wrestling, Cena is it. Cena is a once in a lifetime attraction. Bruh, there will never be another John Cena. There will never be another Stone Cold Steve Austin. There will never be even another Roman Reigns. And why there will never be another Roman Reigns or Cena or Austin is because this company is not into making larger than life stars. And I really and truly believe that's why we get nothing from LA Knight, because they know if they put the machine behind him, he will blow the heck up. So this opening segment was really, really good, yo. Triple H glazing Cena aside, everything he said was true. Everything he said about Cena was true, and the fact that everybody has an opinion about who the GOAT is. Everybody does. I've heard this discussion my whole life, who was the GOAT. When I was a kid, Hogan was the greatest of all time. Austin was the greatest of all time. But there's one man that did hold WWE down for 20 years. Never seen before. 17-time world champion. And tonight, he became a Grand Slam champion. I like the promo that he cut. I even like that Dirty Dom came out and interrupt him. And Cena being so beast on the mic, just he sounds educated, he sounds like what he talk about, and he does not heavily rely on catchphrases. Cena can actually talk. And I like he told Dom, bro, not tonight. Wrong guy, wrong place, wrong time. And because the respect that I have for your father, I'm going to allow you to walk your tail back up that aisle. Dom should have took Cena up on that offer. He should have, because Cena, like I said, became a Grand Slam champion, winning the one title that have eluded him his whole career. Now he got it. John Cena is the Intercontinental Champion, and him and Dom had a great match. Really good. The best match of the night, actually. And I really like how Dom has come along. And it's just like, I was not a fan of Dominic previous years, especially when he was just a cup to Rhea. But dropping Rhea Ripley in the absence of Liv Morgan, because she was also cucking him, Dominic, Dirty Dom persona, can emerge fully. He does not need to be a dude that's getting outperformed, outshined, and made to look pathetic by the female that he was like a male valet. He was real, yeah, that was mommy. But remember, when she forced him into the Judgment Day, she forced him into the Judgment Day by kicking his ass. Liv walked all over him. He was damn near scared of Liv. So, in the absence of domineering females, the Dirty Dominic Mysterio character emerges. And he's cool. I love the look he had on his face when he came out, that arrogant swagger. But, bro, you're in Boston. Cena's hometown. Super Cena, never seen 17. You ain't stopping this man. So John Cena is the new Intercontinental Champion, and that was the best moment of the night. It was a super feel good moment, and I liked it, yo. Next, we get Punk, yo. My man, good old CM. I like to think the CM stands for Chicago Made. So we get Punk, and he is heated. And why wouldn't he be? He got blindsided by brass knuckles. He wants to fight Logan Paul. Here's my issue with this. Well, one, Punk already said it's not going to be for the title, and that's cool because Logan Paul does not deserve a world title shot. He is a part-timer. I don't know what y'all people think. People that like Logan Paul, I don't see it. He looks good. He is very athletic in the ring. He cannot cut a promo to save his life. When he gets on the mic, he sounds like a cuck. He sounds like a dork. He sounds like a fucking idiot. I don't know who wrote his promo tonight, but he basically told CM Punk that I turned on you because I'm a punk. Because I'm a little bitch. I got tsunami. That thing hurt. I don't want no more tsunami, so I'm gonna join the Vision. I cannot respect that. Who wrote that? Who is booking this nonsense? Oh yeah, Hunter Hearst Helmsley Levesque McMahon. That is who's booking this crap, yo. And why would a professional wrestler that I'm supposed to take seriously literally admit out of his own mouth that he turned because he got his ass whooped? What he say? Too much cracking? Like, get out of here, man. That whole promo, once again, for the second week in a row, Punk and Logan Paul and the Vision let loose a huge dump on a promo segment. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in Punk versus Logan Paul. I'm not interested in Punk versus any of the Brawns. How is it that a guy like Braun Breaker is touted as the future of the industry, but he also sounds like a dork on the microphone? He has a great look, really good in the ring, but he has no aura or no charisma. There's nothing about Braun Breaker that makes me want to cheer for this man, that makes me want to get behind him, that makes me want to see him in the vein where I will see Austin or The Rock. I don't see it. He's been touted as the future of the industry. I just don't see it. Paul Heyman comes out and tells Punk that he's unlikable. Matter of fact, Punk is the most unlikable person he's ever met. And the only person that's more unlikable is AJ Lee. Okay, you're going to take a dig at the man wife, and you don't have any friends. So they're circling the ring like they're going to jump Punk, and out comes Jey Uso, and they're still like, we still going to kick this guy's ass. So we don't understand why Jey Uso is coming out and tell Cody Rhodes, until Cody comes out, and he evens the odds, and then a brawl segment breaks out. And this is what I said. The jobbers wrestled tonight. You're going to see that. And the stars didn't do anything but brawl. We're going to get into it. And you're going to see what I mean as the video progresses. Then, after this brawl session, you're going to get Damian Priest versus Rusev in the Last Time Is Now tournament. What did I say? Jobberific mid-card BS matches. This match was slow, plodding, and pretty much not good. Bathroom break match. Damian Priest is a jobber. He's a former world heavyweight champion, but he was a jobber then too. They put the belt on him for some reason, I don't know, and it failed like I knew it would, and now WWE is seeing that it would, because a former world heavyweight champion has lost to Rusev. Rusev has been beaten multiple times by Dominic Mysterio. Talking about after he won the match, talking about, I can see you, taking a dig at Cena. I can see you too, Rusev, and you're terrible. You suck. You are a jobber. You've been beaten multiple times by Dominic Mysterio. You, sir, are mid. You're not even upper mid card. You're a mid card jobber. So, jobberific BS, yo. Then you get a segment backstage. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, they're backstage. They're angry. They're mad. Even though, it was a pretty even brawl session and they got the upper hand, but they're still angry. So out of nowhere, William Regal come out and it's War Games. So we're going to get a War Games match at Survivor Series. Possibly the two other people that are speculated to join is Austin Theory and Brock Lesnar, and I would like to see that. Brock Lesnar would add some legitimacy to this, and he would add some legitimacy to the Division. I do not see Braun Breaker being the leader of the Division. I think Brock Lesnar is in the back pocket, but I don't know. We will see. Next match, and I'm not doing it in order. I'm just going I think I got it somewhat in order, but I'm just telling you what happened. Then you get Shinsuke Nakajaba versus the big fella, Sheamus, yo. And this match was not one of Sheamus's touted bangers after banger after banger. And it is wild to see how far Shinsuke Nakamura has fallen. Like, this guy had won the Royal Rumble at one point and looked like he was about to go on to become the WWE champion. Then out of nowhere, they just pulled the rug from under him, pulled the plug on his push and everything. Why have him win the Rumble if he wasn't going to do nothing? And ladies and gentlemen, winning that Rumble was the last significant thing Shinsuke Nakamura has ever done. He has never been back to the same height. He has never been that far up the card again. He's done. He's cooked. He is a jobber. And tonight, he went down on his back, like every good jobber should, to Sheamus, who in this current state of his career is also a jobber. He is a multiple-time former World Heavyweight Champion, but his championship days are behind him, and he'll probably never win another title again. The next match is also jobbery, except for Stephanie. Stephanie is not a jobber, obviously. She's the women's world heavyweight champion. She's been winning ever since she stepped foot in this company. And quite frankly, if I did my research, I would know, but I'm just going to guess for the sake of keeping this video going. I don't think she's lost since she lost to Mercedes Moné when she was in AEW. But she's been knocking everything out of the park in NXT and now on the main roster. Stephanie Vaquer is amazing, and she's going against Big Mommy Cool Raquel Rodriguez. Matter of fact, we need to call her something else. She's Big Mommy Cool, but Rhea Ripley is Mommy, so come on. But this was a pretty decent match. I already knew Raquel wasn't going to win because Raquel was a jobber. She almost loses all the time. I mean, and Roxanne is a jobber too, and I love Roxanne. She picked up 2 wins over Nikki Bella recently, but if you look at matches, you will see that Roxanne lose a lot of her matches as well. So, like I said, this was a night for the jobbers to wrestle where the stars brawl. And with the exception of Stephanie Vaquer, all these matches were matches of jobbers. Now, the show closed with the women's tag team championship match. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair are not jobbers. The Kabuki Warriors have been jobbing a lot recently, but Asuka has that aura. Asuka is a multiple-time women's world champion, so is Alexa, so obviously is Charlotte. They are not jobbers, but they are mid-card. Right now, at least, I feel like they took the belt off of Charlotte and Alexa so both of them could be involved in the women's scene, the women's world title, the WWE women's title scene on SmackDown, because who is Jade Cargill going to feud with? So I think that's why. So the SmackDown women's division is pretty much depleted, yo. This match was whatever. It wasn't a great match at all. I've literally seen better from everybody involved in this match. The Kabuki Warriors pick up the win though, which I'm happy because a storyline that actually pays off. Oh my God. So it seems like when they want to, they can do it. Because I've been saying for a few weeks now that the Kabuki Warriors should win the tag team titles because they've been putting in the work. They've been having the good character work. They've been misting everybody. Asuka been getting her Kyrie. And Kyrie looked so cute when she reacted to Asuka screaming her name. So a storyline that actually pays off. Wow. Congratulations. Hunter actually did something correct, yo. At least the match could have been better. But anyway, after the match, Nia Jax and Lash Legend involved themselves with it. There's a beatdown ensuing until Io Sky returns. And she shows up. She's the genius of the Sky. I love Io. She comes in, puts hands, feet, and everything on anybody in her path. She does her multiple heavy uppercuts to Raquel, knocks her big tail out, does her EO emote, which I love. And then the numbers game catches up with her, and she is overwhelmed. Until brutality. This is my brutality. Mommy shows up. Rhea Ripley is back. She got a mask on, so maybe her nose is still hurting. She shows up. She runs out to the ring. They clean house. They tosses the heels out of the ring. Mommy makes this announcement instead of William Regal, but it is War Games. And we've already known that. This is not something spectacular. This is not something that's going to blow your mind. We knew Survivor Series is going to have War Games, obviously. Now, the thing about this show, and that was the end of the show. That was the main event. The thing about this show was it showed that WWE can produce a good show if they want to. And I think this was damage control, no pun intended, because they know that the viewership is tanking. They know that nobody is buying seats for these tickets. Nobody is buying in these arenas. So they have to do something. And this was probably their best effort. So if your best effort is going to give you a C show, then that's what you can expect from WWE under Hunter. C. I said that in previous videos. I said that we just should expect mid, because that is the best they can do. You're never going to get nothing exciting from these guys. You're never going to get nothing groundbreaking. So it's either going to be extremely bad, or when they actually try, you can get something mid. There was a brief LA Knight promo on the show, but it got cut. So that just goes to show you how much they care about LA Knight, whereas they do not care. They don't care. WWE don't care about LA Knight. And at this point, the fans of LA Knight, which I am, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should continue to hold out for hope, or should I just give up on LA Knight? Because obviously WWE is never going to push him, yo. So, a quick recap. Triple H introduces Cena as the greatest of all time. Dominic Mysterio interrupts and his Intercontinental title is put on the line. Cena wins, putting Cena in the category of Grand Slam, which he deserves. He deserves that. 2 War Game matches, the men's and women's, were announced, and the Cena the last time is now tournament continues. War Games at Survivor Series, last time is now tournament is continuing. Next week, Jovan Evans is going to face the returning Rusev, the returning Gunther, and on the SmackDown side, it's going to be LA Knight versus a mystery opponent, yo. So obviously, Jovan Evans is going to get jobbed out, and LA Knight, I heard the rumor that he may be facing Joe Hendry. That will be interesting. And it will be even more interesting if Joe Hendry beats LA Knight. I hope he doesn't. But if he does, and I don't put it past WWE to job LA Knight out because he lost to Jeff Cobb in Jeff Cobb's first match in the company, we are going to see. Right now, I give this show a C. The best part of it was the Cena promo at the beginning and Cena winning the Intercontinental title. The rest of the matches was jobbery, mid-card nonsense, with the exception of Stephanie Vaquer. The match was pretty much jobberific. And if you go by crowd engagement, you would think that the only stars in the company is Cena, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Stephanie Vaquer, because they were the only ones that got a pop from the crowd. Rhea's pop actually sounds like an old school wrestling pop where the crowd goes nuts. So she is clearly the most over. I gotta stop saying most over woman. She's clearly the most over person in the company. And outside of those 5 people, everybody else was pretty much met with apathy. The crowd literally did not care. Couldn't care less. But that is where we are. Triple H and his massive ego is ruining wrestling. It's ruining Raw. It's ruining SmackDown, because the whole time Cena and Dom was in the ring having their promo, Triple H was there, just there. I was look like when is he gonna get out of the ring? He's not. He's part of the show. He was in that promo as well. He couldn't just come out and announce Cena as the GOAT and leave. He had to be there for the whole thing. But that's where we at, guys. That was your Monday Night Raw review. I am the Black Patriot. This is Cut My Music Wrestling Uncut, bringing you the dopest wrestling content. And I will stay. I will always be here bringing you that wrestling content. And remember, guys, check out the main page, Cut My Music Wrestling with Mark and Kev. We're over there. We got 2 pages going, so we can always be here for you. Peace out, guys. Stay safe.